Ladies and gentlemen, if you are married tonight in the Bible Hour, you now know why the earthly marriage is all Jesus and church. Why be loyal to each other? Well, for many reasons, but one is disloyalty in marriage shows the world that marriage isn't all it cracked up to be. But the thing is, marriage is all it cracks up to be because it is a picture of Jesus and church. So why should a husband and a wife particularly love each other, protect each other, honour each other? Because it's Jesus and the church, and that gospel image is at stake. Why, is prostitution wrong? Well, it's not inherently wrong just for the sake of being wrong. It's wrong because that is not what bodies in that way are to be doing. Bodies doing things in that way are to be showing Jesus and the church. So the crime of it is, it's all over the place and a whack job inversion of the beauty of all that stuff. Why are single celibate people better off remaining single and celibate like Jesus? How is it that they can have maximum life, full life, even more than married couples often in the Bible? Nearly always, actually. Why? Because they're married to Jesus, because they're part of the church, and in that is life. So the answer to single, celibate, unhappy people isn't, I'll just go sleep around with everyone because true happiness lies there. It's nah, because sleeping around isn't part of Jesus' idea of what life is. The answer is, get into church life more and more and more. Serve, enjoy. Get busy in gospel work. Get to know Jesus. Our Maker is our husband. There are no laws of God just for the sake of it. Hey, why doesn't God approve of this? He's just like a killjoy. No, it's because he wants us to have max joy, and he knows how that's attained. North Star, lots of modern churches don't really have space for singles. Very family and couple orientated, especially fellowship groups. Dude, that's because modern church has gone up the Swanee. The single celibate life, according to the Bible, is the ideal life. And for us losers that can't cope with it, it's alright, get married then. Go on if you have to. But the time and things you can give to real worthy causes is particularly available for single celibate people. The culture of the world, which is saying at the moment, our sexual identity and practices define us. We have to define ourselves and put it out there and act and engage according to our sexual orientation. Otherwise, we have no life. That lie, there's nothing more to us than sexual orientation, has crept into the church, and there's an awful amount of geared towards the goal of everything. The eschatological goal of human existence in the world is to get married and have kids. It's dude, you haven't read your Bible. It's to be married to Jesus. The man filled with life, who was single and celibate. And don't forget, when we were in Genesis and we twinned it with Paul's take on what Adam and Eve's marriage was, it was all about church. Not their wedding ceremony. It's not good for people to be alone. Obviously, church, society and life. That's what the Apostle Paul says. That whole thing is about Jesus and church and being church members in fellowship with Jesus. It's not good to be alone outside of Jesus and church. Ben Ricketts, and if you are single, there must be something wrong with you. Yeah, that has crept into the church, and that's why the church is so utterly powerless, because people do not believe that being married to Jesus is enough. People don't believe that. Elders don't believe that. Church ministers don't believe that at the moment. And look at us. No wonder there's like a higher divorce rate in churches now than ever before, because we're all sold a lie. The whole perspective's gone.